Well, good afternoon and welcome to Ed's Orchids. Now, I've not got a lot to do today, but what I have to do, I think I'll make a video of it. I've got to go in the cold greenhouse, which is one of the small ones I have, and have a look at the Cymbidiums, because I haven't been in there for quite some time now. I haven't watered them or anything. They are the Cymbidiums that didn't flower this year, so they're just having a cold spell, and hopefully that will boost them for flowering next year. And I've got one or two frags come out with new blooms on, so we'll have a look at those. And I've got a bit of repotting to do on a cattleya. And I thought we'd have a little look at the Cymbidiums in this cold greenhouse. There are 7 of them, and they all seem to be doing okay. The temperature's been down to about 4 or 5 degrees in here, I should imagine, but they don't look like they're taking any harm whatsoever. They're doing very, very nicely. These have never flowered before, but as you can see, there's some nice growths coming up on them here. Nice growths on all of them. But we won't be able to tell what they are until they bloom, will we? I think they're all, well, some of these are what you call hybrids, but there might be 1 or 2 of them that the species, but we'll find out then. It's going to be, I think, next year when these are going to flower. But with time, and we'll wait, and let's hope they make some beautiful blooms. Well, as you can see, this small greenhouse has been ravaged by the wind. It blew a pane of glass off on the roof and ripped all the bubble wrap. So what I've got to do with this when I find time and I get the inclination is to strip it down completely and to make it into a nice greenhouse again. And I think in the spring I'll start growing some begonias. Yeah, that's a nice idea. I might just do that because I've got enough room in my big greenhouse to grow the orchids. Well, this is the Masdevallia Auburn Hero, and it's a cross between Vetchiana and Hercules, and they've got some beautiful veining on it, and I think they've got the colour off to a T. It is auburn, but the veins on them are absolutely beautiful. The only thing is that these, instead of crossing like that, should be hanging down. But a very beautiful plant and quite big. Just put my hand there so I can show you how big it is. Quite a big flower on that one. Masdevallia Auburn Hero. Got some nice growths on it as well coming up. Repotting longifolium just opening up. That's quite nice. This is another nice big plant. And you know how I've said that splitting large growth plants that hasn't flowered shocks it into flowering. Well, one of the subscribers of mine, Andre Dumas, said that Phragmipedium, the word phragma in Greek means division. So I wonder why they call them Phragmipediums. Ah well, just a thought. Could be right. Here we are. Here's a nice plant. Beautiful growth. Shown you before, but I've never shown you in flower. Phragmipedium Fritz Schomburg. The only trouble with this is it's from the Cavacii, and the leaves should be like that, but if you can see the difference between the one I'm holding and the other one is reflexing a little bit at the bottom. So see what I mean? They're just going backwards for some reason, which just spoils the whole bloom. Repotting Fritz Schomburg, and I've just seen these advertised on a UK dealer, and I don't think it's half as big as this plant, and it's over $200. And here's the coconut husks that I've been soaking. This is the second soak it's been in, and if you remember with the first one it started off at $7.99. So we'll see what it is now. It's been in here for 2 or 3 days. So we'll just put the TDS meter in and have a look. See how much it's dropped. It's always in RO water, this. So now it's gone from $7.99 to $1.54. So what I'll be doing now, I'll be taking it out of here and giving it another soak. So I've got another bucket of RO water here, so I'll just take handfuls of this and put it back in there and let that soak for another couple of days. In fact, I'll just use a sieve to do it. A lot of finings in here as well. In they go. We'll get rid of all the finings in a bit when this gets dried out. We'll just put it through a sieve just to keep the nice pieces. That's a bit of a mess, I know, but hopefully when I get this down to less than 5 TDS, less than 5 parts per million, it should be good to use. Lately I've gone off it a bit, but you get so many good reports about how good this is, and Paphiopedilums love it and stuff like that, that you've got to give it another try. Maybe it didn't work last time because I hadn't got used to the watering of this medium. Maybe I was watering too often and they were getting a little bit too wet. I'm just taking the stuff off the top. I think if you look down in the bottom, there'll be a load of rubbish. So we'll have a look at that in a bit when I get this off. Whoops. Well, that's about it. Let's dig deep and get the rubbish, have a look what it's like. And there's a lot of it. Look at that. This is the stuff that sinks. And it's mainly the fibre. And that isn't that bad, is it? So what I'll do with this, I think, I'll put it in another bucket and let that dry out and give that another good rinsing. Well, this is the media that's sunk to the bottom of the RO water, and it doesn't look too bad, does it? So I've got another bucket full here of RO water, so I'm going to put all the stuff that sank into that one and give it another good washing. Well, this is about the only plant I have to deal with today. It's the Alma Key Tripoli, and as you can see, it's lying all over the place, so it wants really straightening up. There's some pseudobulbs here where the leaves are going over. I could take that off. It's got 2 growths on it, and the new roots are just starting, so it's a good time, I think, to repot this one. It's been in this pot since I got the plant. So we'll take it out of the pot. Oh, I better turn the bench over, or else I'm going to get the stuff all over the place. Right, that's better. So we'll try and get it out of the pot. If you remember when I first got this, it was in that coconut husk and it wouldn't grow roots, and it looks like it's not growing roots now, although there are a few on this side coming on the new growth and some on this side on the new growth, but it's evidently it doesn't really like the stuff it's in. It should do. It's just a large bark, and that's what we plant them in. But this needs cleaning up. Remove the sheaths that have gone black here. I mean, this one has put up 2 new growths and the sheath with them at the same time. So that's quite unusual, I think. And these are a bit sticky. Can I get them off without damaging the pseudobulb? Or would it be best to leave it? Yeah, I think I'll start I'll just trim a bit off at the bottom without pulling too hard. I might damage the new roots. So that's that one, and then we'll come round to the other one, which this has also got a sheath on. Now this down here, this is like a yellow bit of leaf, and it's rock hard, so it looks like it's supporting this well, and these are standing up straight. So let's have a look at these pseudobulbs here, if I can remove them, because they're not doing much. I wonder. I could always use them for anchoring the plant down, but I do really want these to stand up perfectly, unless I can split the plant there in the middle. So it's got 1, 2, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 on that side, and 4 on this side. I don't know. I don't know what to do. But we've got to get these roots growing somewhere. So yep, I think I'll just cut it there. Oh, there's some wire on this one. This wire removed. Yeah, and there's very few growing tips on the new roots, and they all seem to get pinched. So let's nick the top off that one, see what it's like inside. Yep, that's nice and green. But do I need these leaves? Or should I just nip it there? Let's have a look. It's difficult to tell what to do, but I could nip it here. And that will give me 2 nice sprouts, each with a new growth and a little pseudobulb in. So I think that's what I'll do, or else this plant, I will never get it to be looking nice. So I've nipped the 2 pieces there, nipped it off, and these pseudobulbs are absolutely no good. The leaves are no good, they're going brown and yellow, so I'll just cut the top off. I might use the old pseudobulbs at the bottom for anchoring the plant. See, this one's no good neither. So we'll do it like that. So that's one plant with the new growth on, and this one doesn't need touching. So what I'll do, I'll get these planted up, and we've got two Alma Keys provided. See, the heater's just come on. It's quite cold in here. It's only 19 degrees. But I think to weight this down, I will have to use moss. I don't really like moss, but in this case, I don't think I've got any option. So we'll put a bit of the lodge bark in there. Then we'll put some moss around there. Just wrap it round a little bit. And hopefully this moss will hold the plant in place. Hopefully. Right, let's try to see what it's like. Try and keep the rhizome just above. And these plant pots will, well, they're not plant pots really, are they? They're like open baskets. Will keep the air flowing through nicely. I've got to make sure that that new growth is standing upright. You know, I'll do anything to make a plant look nice. It might be wrong what I'm doing, but I don't like untidy plants. I've said that many times. When plants are untidy, they look a mess. I mean, the blooms are beautiful, but if you get lovely blooms and a nice tidy plant, you've cracked it. Right, what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to wire. That's all right there, it's on in it. I'm just going to wire these together and fasten it to the sides. I'll do that off camera because it's a bit fiddly, and it'll be a bit boring for you, I think. Well, I've got one of them potted up, and it's nice and sturdy in its pot. I can get hold of it and lift it up, and it's been nicely wired in, so I'm hoping that's alright. But these pots are a little bit too flimsy, I think, so I'm going to have a stronger pot for the next one. The pot I've got now is a lot sturdier, so we'll put some moss on it there, just to keep it nice and firm. I've seen some programs where they use nothing but moss on these, but you know, they press them down and tighten them in and pack them in as hard as they can. But no, I can't see the point in that. But I might be wrong, which I am a lot of times. So a little bit of moss in here shouldn't do any harm, providing I can keep the rhizome above the medium. Yeah, that'll do fine in there. So the only thing I need to do now is wire it up. Well, I'll not show you that. I'll do that, then I'll come back to you. Well, that's the other one I've got nicely fixed in this pot. I've wired it all up, fastened it to the sides, so it's nice and firm in the pot. So the new growth is growing upright. There's a leaf bending over there, but I can't do much about that. So I just keep my fingers crossed. I've put a bit of moss around the new growth to encourage the roots, and I hope it'll do that, but time will tell. Well, we'll finish up by having one last look at the Fritz Schomburg, and have I mentioned it? It's a cross between Kavakii and Besai. And I'd just like to thank you all very much for watching. Thank you to all my subscribers, and until next time, I'll see you all later. Bye.